Right.
No beat, I'm going instrumental. As of right now, I'm taking a leap of faith, turning from the past, making myself a better day. No longer lying away scared. I really don't care if people laugh at these raps that I have intertwined with this paper to take my feelings and make it rhyme. Funny, you think I'm wasting my time, but the truth is I was losing when I wasn't making this music. Always worrying about the future, but for a second I take a deep breath and let the fresh air flow through my chest. It feels better than the best. I'm done doubting myself, sick of being left with the second guess. Afraid nobody's gonna hear me, so I stay quiet. Some of you rappers so loud you sound like a riot, but I just stay in the background. And if anybody seems like they're gonna turn around, I duck down. As they're running for the crown, I'm hiding in the crowd, blending and mixing in with the population. So I notice I go right past you like radiation, something you don't see like the earth rotating. I am the phone vibrating. When I walk in the room, why is everybody evacuating? When I open my mouth, they immediately seem irritated, impatiently waiting. The same recurring nightmares. The crowd looks at me in despair. They leave one by one. All that's left is me sitting on a chair. I get up cause I really don't care. I blink back tears cause I refuse to cry. No shadow or fear in my eyes. I know it's not real, but it's real enough. I look at one of the critics in the crowd and I say, why don't you come onto this stage and put yourself in my place? Oh, that's right, you just talk. You can't walk the walk. You think I'm shallow, a kid with no value, someone you think will never amount to anything? But somehow I feel like I could do something that's bigger than me, farther than the eye can see, going past infinity, getting up so people stop walking all over me. Taking my dreams and turning them into reality. You're done looking down on me. I'm only letting this out because I know there's people out there like me, waiting for somebody to tell them you can make it. You can change when he's changing, rearrange it. Take my hand and if we fall, at least we fell together. We don't need umbrellas for the stormy weather. I'm not looking for fans. This is a one-man band. Don't need to be the next big thing. Instead, I'm going to dress in all black. In fact, I'm going to keep my head real low with a baseball cap. I'm tripping over instability. The possibilities are holding me back. My songs are a trilogy. They represent a biography of each and every part of me. Luckily I have music, because if I didn't I would look at the world miserably, live life pitifully. One thing you could rely on, I'm doing this, so prepare to be notified of me. I can't be classified or categorized. You better recognize that I empathize. My understanding and my feelings, they made it rhyme one subject at a time. Once upon a time I used to be told when it rained it was the angels crying. Everybody feels hurt inside, just depends how you hide it. How I feel is not the same. The person on the right is telling me to go for it, then the person on the left drags me to the bottom of a cave. Then the only way to see the light of day is to look through a crack, to look at something you feel like you never have. Doors aren't open to you, so you're put to the side unless you find the key to the lock. You hear the noise, that's the sound of the clock on tick-tock. I know what I can do with words, it is not misunderstood. I understand the gift I possess, so you better think twice before you try to battle me. Honestly, take my advice, you don't want to fight, that comes with a steep price. Another fool on the shelf like merchandise, you will end up in a hospital in critical condition, hands over your head crying in fetal position, calling for help, but nobody will listen because they're scared to catch the disease of the illiterate MC. Coincidental, diagnosed with a seizure, because after I was done you became a believer, that I brought you back to reality, grounded you like gravity. I don't need to be a student at Bradley University to be aware I'm conflicted with the pigment I know will rapidly affect anyone who steps to me. Unfortunately I forgot to bring my modesty. This is all the truth, never been a fan of dishonesty. Coincidentally I have my pen and paper, so I'll spell it out for you. I can't tell what's fake, your identity or what you're trying to be. Mad I called you out? I guess that's why you're eyeballing me. These words are put together so good, you accuse me of being fraudulent. Well, why don't you ponder this? I don't need a list. You could consider yourself this. Kiss your wish goodbye. You're not getting rid of me that easily. I'm exposing all the vultures that the kids got on the posters. So why don't you step to the side and memorize all the lies you told that mankind always got one eye covered up. Illuminati confirmed. I guess most of the girls on TV are half dressed. Nowadays, that's what you call an actress. It's ridiculous. I have to put in a rap for you to listen. They was never on our side. They would do anything to get acknowledged. Have us locked away in bondage. They teach the boys not to go to college. They gave us trash and told us that it's knowledge. You went behind our backs and purposely led us down the wrong tracks. Said evil was looking at us through our nightstands, fully being aware we couldn't see. Left us in the dark, blind as can be. But Jesus helped me out, so now I have arisen from the coma. Graduated and framed my diploma. Got all A's in ministry. Look at me dropping the beat incredibly. Currently I'm 14 and there's nobody to defeat. I look right through you just like clear window glass. When I first started to write, I thought I was in a summer's trance. I put my heart and soul into this, blood and sweat, that's not even half of it. When I was born, this was innate to me. Let me indicate how I thought life was gonna be. I thought maybe I was gonna be a judge or a lawyer, someone who separated the bad from the good, showed the jury what it was. Plus my mom taught me to make money so I wouldn't have to struggle. She didn't want to see her baby held back from life like a belt buckle. All she wants is the best of me, tells me her mistakes so I don't make the same, gives me the answer so when I see them I'll never have to see a rainy day. Put your regrets on display, so when I see them, I can walk away. So if you think my intentions are cynical and that my lines are terrible, my love for music is unquestionable. Don't believe me, I see that as a tragedy. It's like you're on self-destruct mode and you can't even see that your life is a catastrophe. Acting like you living peacefully, but really deep down inside, your hate has amplified to a level that you can't even identify or recognize that it's killing you inside. But it's things you choose not to admit to that leaves you falling down a bottomless pit. Misery is the first thing to depression. Next thing you know, you're diagnosed with a therapy session. So this is just a fine example of how you have to be careful how far you let things go. Please understand life will always be a bumpy road, and sometimes you won't know where to go. What does the future hold? Who knows? But don't worry, Jesus will be there for you every step of the way. Accept him and I promise you, you will see a better day. I'm ending this song with a goodbye, because that's all I have to say. See you next time.